Alrighty, so you take some of your starter and put it in a fresh jar. Then 2 tablespoons full of flour and a tablespoon heaping of rye or whole wheat. Now, in the starter, it needs to be fed. So we took away some. We'll put in this. Tablespoon of flour. And we need to add water. A little bit of water. And mix it very well. So it's a little dry, so it needs a little bit more water. Okay, just well mixed. And this is the consistency. It's like soft Play-Doh. No dry parts. And this is the one that will stay in the fridge. Mix very well. This one needs to be a little bit thicker. Just make just enough water to incorporate all the new flour. And this will stay in the fridge for another 24 to 48 hours before it needs to be fed again. And to feed it again, you take away some, put a heaping tablespoon of flour and mix it to this consistency. Basically Play-Doh consistency. And we start with 450 grams of flour. King Arthur unbleached flour works the best. 50 grams of rye or whole wheat, using rye. 10 grams of salt. 10 grams of salt. 375 grams of water. $375, but I'll do $385 because I started with 10, didn't zero the scale. And then we need to add around 100 grams of this, but as much usually as much as you have. So basically this is the instead of yeast. All right, all ingredients are in using this tool. I think it's like $10 on Amazon, something like that. Or you can mix by hand. And we're mixing. So mixing it just to incorporate everything, so there's no dry flour. Can be done by hand too, or recommended by hand, whatever. few minutes. And now it's detaching from the walls. It is sticky, but there's no more dry flour, and pretty much that's where we want it to be. Okay, and cover with plastic using these shower caps, not used in the shower before.
Nice specification.
So, cover, let stand for 2 hours, an hour and a half to 2 hours. Okay, it's been around 2 hours, and now we need to do the stretches. Wet hand. So it's almost like grabbing it, pull just before it breaks, and just flip it. Pull and flip. Pull and flip. Pull and flip. Pull and flip. And after a few pulls, the dough just stops stretching. Okay, and then we'll do this again in 30 minutes. Okay, so this is the second stretch after half an hour wet hand. The dough is already starting to rise up. It's a lot smoother looking than it was. From here, scoop, pull, fold and slap. Pull, slap, pull, fold, pull, fold. And it's already just few pulls, and it's not stretching anymore. So once it stops stretching, that's it. Gap again, and we'll come back after half an hour for the next stretch. So final stretch. Little water on the hand. Again, going from here, scoop. It's much softer now. Pull again. Fold. Pull. Fold, pull, fold, pull. And it's getting less and less stretchy. So this will be it for the mixing and stretching. Now go in the going in the fridge overnight or for a day, depending if you are mixing it in the morning or if, as I started in the morning with the starter, this will stay overnight. In the morning we will shape it. Okay, it's been overnight. Dough has risen kinda. When you push it, it pushes back but leaves a dimple. That means it's kinda right. And anyway, dump it on the counter. Little scraper, just kind of shake it a little bit, or just put flour on top. So the bottom will be sticky, and the top part is all floured. With this little scraper, and kind of flip. Now, to form the bread from the bottom side, flip, pull, flip, pull, flip, and stick. The last one you pull all the way and roll. Now, from here, if you're making a round bread, you can tuck it in with a kind of circular motion and kind of round it up like this, and put it in a round bowl. There you go. It's a round bowl with some parchment paper, flour. Put it in. I'm using a more of a oblong form, like this, and I am reusing my parchment paper. Save the environment. Now, flour the parchment paper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to shape it into a loaf. Try not to squeeze it from the top, just kind of tucking in from the bottom. And it's okay to have these kind of holes on the side. It's fine. So currently the seam's on the bottom, the shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoop it gently. I'm just gonna lay it in here. Kind of fix it. Make sure there's no paper, and that's it. With this one, it's kind of condensed using the same shower cap cover, but I just would put it inside out because here there's condensation on the inside, and I just put it inside. Okay. And back in the fridge for till maybe 5-6 hours is usually enough, but it's morning right now, and I will wait till probably after 6. Or if I want to bake it for dinner, I want to do that to start about an hour and a half before dinner. Okay, so after a day in the fridge, this looks like it's ready to bake. I'm gonna preheat the oven to 500 degrees, and we'll bake it now for 30 minutes. All right, so this is my Dutch oven, cast iron, preheated to 500 degrees. I am going to extremely hot, so no touching. I'm going to take the bread and drop it here, and we'll take Now we'll take the razor blade and we'll make the cut. And when the bread is cold, it's kind of easy to cut. Okay. Closing. And this thing goes in the oven for 30 minutes. 20 minutes at 500, 10 minutes at 450. All right, it's been 30 minutes. It should be ready. There's the pan. All right, taking it to a wire rack to cool down for 1 hour.